our program. Been a long time since Auburn's come here and won. To beat a ranked team like Tennessee that's played such a great schedule and has such a great RPI and such a great coach. It's a great win for our basketball program. And it wasn't a pretty game. I think both teams had a lot to do with disrupting the opponent. We just couldn't get any rhythm offensively. I don't think, we tried to do some things defensively with front of the post and putting some pressure on the basketball to not let Tennessee get comfortable in their patterns because their stuff's so hard to guard. And but I do think what Bryce said is very true. This is the first time since I've been at Auburn that I've had a returning nucleus. Every year, my first year was my first year. A bunch of seniors, and I had very few players back. And then last year, I had 4 freshmen starting. And so this is finally the first year where, like Bryce said, he kept on saying, we expect. We had an off season where we worked on the things that we're not very good at. But this is a good win.
Bruce, were you at all worried when you were down 14 early again?
Yeah, I was concerned because, Jimmy, we hadn't been behind much this year. I think we've led 95% of the minutes or something like that. Tennessee is also a great first half team, have been all season long. They've not been down halftime once. So I kind of told the guys going in, look, just let's hang in there. See if we can hang in there. Because they're going to hit us in the mouth a bunch of times. And just see if we can't let them, don't let them run us out of here. And so I kind of prepared the kids a little bit for that adversity. But yeah, I was worried because we weren't playing well. Tennessee had a lot to do with it.
Bruce, you talked about the effort of your front court guys tonight, specifically Horace and Chuma and Sean.
I think the key to the win was this. My starting power forward 6'3", my starting center 6'7", and they played really, really hard, but they weren't as effective early. But when I brought in Chuma Kiki and Horace Spencer, those guys had great nights. Horace almost does a double-double. They play hard. They played with real physicality. Chuma's defense made some nice defensive plays down there. And then, like a freshman, doesn't really understand the moment, doesn't understand that he's in Thompson Bowling Arena, doesn't understand he's playing a nationally ranked team. He's open, so he shoots the ball. And they don't even touch the rim. And that's the beautiful thing sometimes about freshmen. But there was nobody rooting for Chuma in this building more than Deshaun Murray, the guy that starts in front of him. And nobody was happier for Horace Spencer than Anthony McLemore, the guy that starts in front of him. I think that's so far been the key to our team. Our team trusts one another. They know if Bryce is open, Bryce gonna make shots. They know Mustafa's gonna get to the free throw line and make plays. And they know Jared is gonna take care of the basketball, get him open, get him shots. I thought our freshman Davion Mitchell, when Jared went down, I thought Davion did a terrific job as well.
Question for Coach? Just get a microphone, please, Steve.
Just on a personal level, what does this win mean for you to kind of get your first win in Knoxville since?
You know what? It doesn't mean any more. Being here is way more emotional. I've got so many great friends here, and I care so much about, this place and this building. I was here before there were black seats and suites and a practice gym, and I'm proud of the fact that we were able to help rebuild it. I got great affection, for this. I want to beat Tennessee as bad as I want to beat anybody else, but beating them doesn't mean any more. In fact, in some ways, it means a touch less because I care so much about Coach. I mean, he's one of the guys I looked up to. He's as good as there is in this business. So I'm not celebrating it. I'm celebrating it because we got a road win against a nationally ranked team with an Auburn program that hasn't been very good in a while. That's why it's a big win.
Coach, what was the key to you having success against the post players for Tennessee? They at times had trouble getting into the post. Was that fronting the post like you mentioned?
Yeah, but I mean, Grant still puts up big numbers, and so does Schofield. But we did everything we could to try to make their catches difficult. We're not very big, so you can't play behind them because you play behind them, they back you down, they score over you. But the key was to try to make the catches difficult. And then if they missed, it wasn't Tennessee's first shot offense is good. Their second shot offense is great. Coach is going to say the same thing about us. He goes, our first shot defense was fine against Auburn. It's just that we couldn't keep them off the boards. And that was a big factor in the outcome.
Last question.
Bruce, were you surprised at your margin of offensive rebounds and the number of shots you took versus Tennessee?
Yeah, very, very surprised. Because Tennessee's a great offensive rebounding team. They're not a great rebounding team, but they're a great offensive rebounding team. And so we thought we could do okay in the offensive glass. Our biggest concern was just keeping them off. And so, but yeah, it was a factor in the fact that we got some more shots and got some big second possessions.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.